Good morning students and welcome to the digital class of Social Studies of class 6 on the behalf of Senior Secondary St. School 8. Today we will start the new chapter of the history, that is the chapter number 3, and the name of this chapter is Harappan Civilization. In this particular chapter we are going to discuss about the ancient civilization, that how we come to know about the ancient civilization. Okay, now first of all let us understand the relation between the archaeologists and the historians. Actually, archaeologists are those persons who are meant for excavating the sites, and after excavating the sites they find out certain, or they discover certain materials. Then the material which they find, then they go through that materials, they go through the study of those materials, and after collecting all the information, these information are provided to the historians, and historians write all these facts into their books, and through the books we come to know that what happened in the recent past, or what happened in the ancient period. This is okay? Okay, now let us talk about the Harappan civilization first. Actually, in 1836, an Englishman discovered the mound of bricks. An Englishman discovered the mound of bricks in a small village whose name was Harappa. Okay, so in 1836, a mound of bricks were discovered by an Englishman in a small village whose name was Harappa. And after some years, these mound of bricks, the bricks of these mounds, they were used by the engineers in constructing the railway tracks. Now, when this work was going on, the work of construction of the railway tracks was going on, then the bricks of these mounds, which were existing in Harappa. When these mounds were broken, then some of the people they found some seals. In these mounds, in the debris of these mounds. Now, actually, this information, when government heard about this information, then the government appointed one of the archaeologists. Then the government appointed one of the archaeologists whose name was Dayaram Sani. Then now this charge was given to the Dayaram Sani. Then after getting the charge, Dayaram Sani, an archaeologist of the northern circle, he excavated that particular site. And then under his supervision, the excavation was done. And after the excavation, it was found that under the debris and sand of these mounds, a large city was discovered. A large city of ancient period was discovered. So this is how Harappan civilization was discovered in 1922. Is this okay? Now let us talk about the city of Mohenjo-daro. Now 1 year after the discovery of the Harappan civilization, a Buddhist monk gave the information to one of the archaeologists of the Western Circle, whose name was Rakhaldas Banerjee, that there are certain mound of bricks, in the Larkana district of Sindh. Where? In the Larkana district of Sindh. Now, on the basis of that information, excavation was done over there in the Larkana district of Sindh under the supervision of Rakhaldas Banerjee, and a new city was found under the debris and the sand of the mound of the bricks, and then that city came to be known as the Mohenjo-daro. Mohenjo-daro probably means what? It means the mound. It means the mound of the dead. Okay. So whatever material the archaeologists got from the excavation of Harappa and from the excavation of Mohenjo-daro, then through that materials we come to know about the history of 2000 years ago. Okay, that about the history of 2000 years ago. Now let us discuss about the special features about the Harappan civilization. Okay, now these two cities, whether it is Harappa or whether it is the Mohenjo-daro, the eastern part of this cities, they lie towards the bank of the river. Okay, whereas the other part, it lies towards the west. Okay, the part which lies towards the east of the river, okay, it was larger actually, and it was lower in comparison to the other part. Means the part which lies at the western side, it was higher, and the part which lies towards the eastern side of the river, it was lower. Okay, it was lower. Okay, the higher part of the city, it was known as citadel. And according to the archaeologists, this citadel, this part of the higher part of the city, it was used by the rulers, by the priests, and the influential person and the rich persons of the of the city. Okay, of the city. Now it is said that after the excavation and after a deep study, archaeologists came into conclusion that the bricks which were used in the construction of the buildings and the palaces of the citadel, these buildings, they were made up of baked bricks. Okay, these bricks were very, very strong. These bricks were so strong that the engineers of the modern period, they decided to use these bricks in the constructions of the railway tracks. Okay, they decided to use those bricks in the construction of the railway tracks. And these bricks, baked bricks, they were also used in the construction of the streets. And if we talk about the streets, and if we talk about the length and the width of the street, the streets of that time, of the Harappan time, they were actually 4 to 10 meters in width. And they were about 80 to 100 meters long. Is it okay? They were about 80 to 100 meters long. Now, if we compare these two cities, the Harappan cities and the Mohenjo-daro, archaeologists came into the conclusion that the city of the Mohenjo-daro was much older than the city of Harappa. Okay, because the strata of the Mohenjo-daro was much below in the level of river Indus. Okay. Now the Harappan city and the city of the Mohenjo-daro, they are the old cities, or they are the symbols of the old civilization. But some other cities were also found of the Harappan period, even after the independence. Okay, and some of these cities are Punjab, Sindh, Gujarat, Rajasthan, etc. Okay, now some of the civilization of that period were also found at Lothal, which is in Ahmedabad. Now Kalimangan, which is in Rajasthan, Mehergarh, which is in Balochistan. Okay, now Dholavira also, which is situated in Rann of Kutch. So these are some of the cities of the Harappan period. Got it? Okay. Now let us talk about another topic, which the drains, streets and houses. Means the history of the drains, streets and the houses of the Harappan period. First of all, let us talk about the streets. Okay. Just now I told you about the length and the breadth of the street. Okay. The streets were actually 4 to 10 meters in width, and they were about 80 to 100 meters They were about 80 to 100 meters long. Now these streets were constructed from north to south. Okay, from north to south direction, and the lanes they were constructed from east to west direction. The lanes they were constructed from east to west direction, and as I told you that the streets they were made up of the baked bricks. They were made up of the baked bricks. Now the streets were actually they have the rounded corners. They have the rounded corners. Why? Because so that the carts at the time of turning, they can move easily. At the time of turning, they can move easily. So that is why the corners of the streets they were rounded in shape. Now, if we talk about the houses of the Harappan period, now the houses of the Harappan period they were constructed on either side of the street. Means if this is a street, then the houses were constructed at this side and at the other side of the streets. Okay, the houses were actually 2 or 3 story buildings, and of course the houses were also made up of the very fine baked bricks, and there were a number of rooms. There were a number of rooms at the ground floor, then the first floor and the second floor with a courtyard. Okay, means the courtyard was located at the center, and on the either side of the courtyard there were rooms over there. Okay, now in each room there were proper doors and windows also, so for the management of the proper ventilation. Okay, the houses consisted of the flat roofs. Okay, now each room or each house had a separate bathroom and kitchen. Each house had a separate bathroom and kitchen. Okay, now in each house there were drains also. Okay, there were drains also, and these drains were connected to the sewers. These drains were connected to the sewers which were under the streets, and these sewers were covered with the large brick slabs. They were connected with the large brick slabs. It was one of the most striking features of the Harappan period. Means the drainage system. The drainage system was one of the most striking features of the Harappan period. So this was all about the explanation of drains, streets and houses. Okay. Now coming on to another topic, that is the city life. Now when we talk about the city life, I must tell you that the involvement of the rulers, there was the involvement of the rulers in the planning of the construction of the cities. As I told you that the cities of the Harappan period, they were divided into two parts, the higher part and the lower part. The higher part, it was known as the citadel, and it was used by the rulers and the priest and the influential person for living. Means the buildings and the palaces of the rulers and the priests, were constructed over there. Okay, and the lower part was used by the common man for living. Means there were small buildings, there were press, and there were workplaces which were situated or which were located on the lower side of the city. Okay, now if we talk about the classes, social classes, many social classes emerged during the time of the Harappan civilization. For example, there were artisans, and there were laborers also, okay, including the farmers. All these classes, they were forming the social classes. Apart from that, there were scribes also. And it is said that the scribes, they were very much expert in writing and in making seals. And many of the terracotta toys were also found during the excavation of these sites. And the archaeologists came in conclusion that these terracotta toys, they were used by the probably they were used by the children for playing and for their enjoyment. Is it okay? Okay. So in the next class, I will tell you about some other features of these Harappan and the Mohenjo-daro civilization. So till then, just go through the chapter, okay, and whatever I teach you, just go through it, and we will meet in the next class. Okay.